Hello students, our topic for today is prepositions. A preposition is a word that joins nouns, pronouns or phrases to other words in a sentence. Right? That means it joins two parts of sentences. Let us see, a preposition usually comes before a noun. However, sometimes a preposition does not come directly before a noun. For example, we met after class. Now here the noun is class and the preposition is after, which comes immediately before class. We met in the arts class. Now here the preposition is in and the object is class. But in comes much before the word class. Right? So the noun that the preposition comes before is called the object of the preposition. That means that preposition tells you more about that particular noun. Okay. However, as we saw in the sentence, we met in the arts class, the preposition does not come immediately before the noun. Now, when a preposition is not followed by a noun, it is called stranded preposition. And a stranded preposition mostly comes at the end of a sentence. Okay. For example, what are you so angry about? So here about is a preposition which comes at the end of the sentence. Okay. Now, prepositions can be categorized into three main categories: simple prepositions, compound prepositions, complex or phrase prepositions. Let us see what is simple prepositions. Simple prepositions are single word prepositions. For example, in, on, at, by, from. Now let us see a sentence. The children made castles in sand. So where did the children make the castles? In sand. So it's a simple preposition. Now let us look at the compound prepositions. When two or more words are combined to form one single preposition, it is called compound prepositions. For example, without. Now here with and out, two words are joined to make preposition without. For example, inside. Here the word in and side are combined to make one preposition. Now let us see the third one, complex or phrase prepositions. When a group of words does the work of a single preposition, that means two to three words combine together and make one single preposition, it is called complex or phrase prepositions. Okay, let us see examples of this. For example, along with. So along and with, these are two different words. According to, apart from, because of, etc., etc. Okay. Now, prepositions can also be classified into four based on their functions, into four categories based on their function. Function means as to how and when they are used. So if they are used in place of place, it is called prepositions of place. When it is used to show time, it is called prepositions of time. When it shows direction, it shows preposition of direction. And when it is done for a particular cause or a reason, it is called preposition of cause and purpose. Okay, let us see prepositions of place in more detail. Words like under, between, out, close to, in, inside, above, behind, on, in front of. These are examples of prepositions of place. Now let us take an example of a sentence. There is a fence around the garden. Now where is the fence? The fence is around the garden. Okay, so it tells you where the fence is. Now the words at, in and on are used as prepositions of both place as well as time. Now first we will look how these words are used in place. Now the word at. Example, please wait at the reception desk. So it specifies a particular point or area, like where we have to wait. We have to wait at the reception desk. Okay, a particular address. For example, everybody gathered at 14 Park Street. So where did everyone gather? At 14 Park Street. Now let us look at in. In, the jewels are kept in a box. So where are the jewels? In a box. And this is an enclosed space, means a small space. Now if we are talking about a larger area like a town or a city, then we say I live in Kerala. So where does the child live? In Kerala. Okay. Now on. On tells you where the particular thing is. It specifies the surface. For example, the soup is on the table. Okay. Now let us see prepositions of time. Prepositions of time tell us when that particular thing happened or when it is going to happen. For example, meet me after 4 o'clock. So you have to meet a person, but when you have to meet? After 4 o'clock. Okay. Now let us see one more example. Ago. I met him 2 years ago. So here the preposition of time is ago. When did I meet that person? 2 years ago. Okay, back 2 years back. Now let's look at the use of at, in and on as prepositions of time. Earlier we saw prepositions of place. Now we will see preposition of time. At. Now when we use at to refer to time, we use it for a specific point in time. For example, we have an assembly at 8 a.m. So when do we at what time do we have the assembly? At 8 p.m. So it tells you the time when the assembly is. Okay. Okay, now let us see the word in. The word in tells you that when that thing is going to come or the person is going to come. For example, the courier will arrive in 2 hours. The competition will start in 15 minutes. Now let us see, when we say I live in Kerala, now here also we use the word in, but here the word in tells you about the place, and here the word in tells you about the time. Understood? Now let us go on to on. Now on tells you about a particular day. For example, my birthday is on the 15th of April. For example, I was at work on Sunday. So when was I on work? On Sunday. Okay. Now children, let us move on to the prepositions of direction. Okay. Now here, preposition of direction tells you the movement. It also tells you where exactly it's, either it is up or down or through or away from, or is it beside the door, or is it near the door, or is it towards the main road, over the hill, below the table, beneath the tree, under the tree. So these are the specific things, words that tell you the directions of that object. Okay, now let us see one example. He climbed up a tree. So where did he climb? Up. So exactly you know the position that he climbed up the tree. Okay. Now let us move on to prepositions of cause and purpose. Cause means reason and purpose means need. So when we use the preposition to show the reason and need, it is called prepositions of cause or purpose. For example, we need to start preparations for sports day. Here the word sentence says we need to start preparations, but for what? So for sports day. Second example, I need money for the rent. Now I need money, but for what I need money? For the rent. So it tells you the purpose, it tells you the reason why you need the money. Okay. Now the last one is collocations. Collocations means combinations of prepositions. Combinations of prepositions means they come in combination with either a noun or an adjective or a verb. Now let us see one example of noun plus preposition. Hope, hope for. So let us see one example. I hope for the best. So here the noun is hope and the preposition is for. Let us see one example of adjective plus preposition. Okay, here afraid of the ghost. I am afraid of the ghost. So I am afraid. Afraid is an adjective. And I am afraid of what? So of is the preposition with the adjective. Now let us see verb plus preposition combination. Okay, apologize for. So I apologize for what I did. So apologize is a verb, it's an action word, and the preposition is for. So these are some examples of combinations of prepositions. Okay, now this is one more topic, which is prepositional phrases. Okay, a prepositional phrase can have functions of an adjective or an adverb. That means it can be used in reference to either an adjective or an adverb. Now let us see how it can be used as an adjective. As an adjective, it modifies a noun and will answer the question which one. That means, for example, look at the books in the box have been forgotten. So which books are we talking about? Yes, the books which are in the box have been forgotten. Okay, so here specifically we are talking about the books which are in the box. Now when it modifies the adverb, we ask questions like how, when, why or where. For example, you must get back before 9 o'clock. So here it specifically tells you the time. When should I get back? So I should get back before 9 o'clock. Understood? So these are the some types of prepositions. Now your homework is you have to solve even number like 2, 4, 6, 8 questions from all the exercise in this lesson. Okay? Thank you.